You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris. What do you got for us this morning, sir?
Well, let's see. Right out of the gate, celebrating birthdays today, Rembrandt.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
They named a town after him over in Iowa.
I was not aware of this.
Rembrandt, Iowa. A tiny little town.
And toothpaste.
Because most small towns take their names from water towers.
Oh, yeah, it could be.
Rembrandt actually was his first name.
Really?
Rembrandt van Rijn, R-I-J-N.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he did a lot of self-portraits. In fact, if he were alive today, he'd be like just selfies constantly,
Oh, yeah.
24/7.
Yeah.
Like, oh, another picture of me. Oh, you're so beautiful. You're so
he
brave.
He was an influencer before influencers.
Do something else, I'll tell you what. Forrest Whitaker, actor,
I
I've
like
always
him.
loved him in Good Morning Vietnam.
Yeah.
He was the driver
Yeah.
for the character played by Robin Williams Jr. He's 59 today.
Nice.
And Alex Karras was a huge fan of Alex's going way back. Alex Karras, you probably know him as an actor. He was a 4-time Pro Bowler, played defensive tackle for the Detroit Lions from 1958 to 1970. Went on to star in Webster.
Oh, yeah.
Webster, remember that
Yeah.
series?
Yeah.
Along with his actual real-life wife.
Say goodnight,
they were
Webster.
actually married.
Good night, Webster.
He also did a lot of sports announcing and the Coupe de Grace, which is French for Coupe de Grace. He was a Mongo in Blazing Saddles, probably one of the finest films
Love
ever
that movie.
produced.
He's Mongo. I forgot all about that.
Karras was Mongo.
That's right. That was good.
So there you go. Let's see. Today is the tax deadline, by the way, the extended tax deadline.
We should probably work on some paperwork.
So there you go. Yeah, grab some Pepto-Bismol, maybe a bottle of bourbon, some pain relievers, and let the federal government just rob you blind. It's 1948, this very day. Alcoholics Anonymous is founded in Britain.
Oh.
11 years after it was actually launched in the United States by Bill and Dr. Bob, which happened in 1935. So yeah, it wasn't until 1948 the Britons started sobering up and they went, wow, seriously? That whole revolution, we lost that, right? So we're not really in charge of the United States. Okay. Maybe we should have put a plug in the jug a long time ago.
They used to control like the entire world.
Yeah, they did. Quite an empire. It's 1988, the Bruce Willis Christmas classic, Die Hard, is released.
Big controversy whether it's a Christmas classic.
It's no controversy. It's a Christmas movie.
It's an action movie.
1960, Chubby Checker hits the U.S. airwaves with The Twist.
Oh, yes.
Launching a nationwide... This thing just went crazy. The song would hit number 1 in September, but then come around again in January of 1962, hit number 1 again.
Okay.
And the reason it's a big deal to me is my Uncle Ace and Aunt Stella owned a little joint called the Green Keg in northeast Minneapolis. So after Sunday Mass, my dad would take me and my brother Oogie over to the Green Keg, because where else would you go on a Sunday after Mass but a tavern? And Pop would sit at the bar and throw a few back talk to Uncle Ace, and my brother Oogs got to play with this cool little bowling machine.
Right.
My Aunt Stella would, oh man, what a nightmare. Give me a nickel. Hey, Danny, go over. And she talked like that. She smoked Tiparillos, cigars. Let's go put that in the jukebox and play the twist. Do the twist for your Aunt Stella. There I was, only 5, 6 years old, wearing my little red blazer, little curly, twisting for Stella.
Nice.
And she'd come in for a hug and burn me with that Tiparillo.
Your childhood memories are never fun, are
I'm
they?
going to say, I have a great memory full of really horrifying memories. Did you do that twist for Stella? Help me.
Well, thank you for that update, sir.
I blame Chubby Checker.
Yeah. You should blame Hank Ballard. He actually wrote the song.
It's a great
Chubby
tune.
stole it from him. Did you know that?
Tune. Well, it was the first time, really, because this whole rock and roll thing was really controversial.
Yeah.
You know, the grown-ups didn't like it because everything's generational.
Oh, yeah.
But this was the first teenage dance craze, all of a sudden mommies and daddies were doing it.
They could do it too. It's pretty simple.
And Hollywood stars were doing it. So, I mean, it covered
all
the bases.
It was a hit over and over and over and over. So, yeah.
The green keg, by the way, would burn up in a mysterious fire.
Probably from that Tipperillo.
Yeah, I really don't know. But there were questions. No one was there at the time.
It's a little 6-year-old Danny. That's who it was. It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks, run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Well, tip the old Ranger hat to you two crazy little lovebirds. Tell you what, you're looking fantastic there, Jan. Heidi!
Jan.
Heidi couldn't help but notice you do a little something new with your hair there.
A little bit.
A little Goldilocks action going on. Speaking of which, you are hotter than Papa Bear's porridge. Oh, Lordy. And like Baby Bear's porridge, you're just right. Little radio rangers. Old Ranger Dan's been working his way down the alphabet, and seems to me, if my notes here are correct, the other day we did, was it a P?
I think it was P. It was.
Does that bring us to a Q then, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Memory serves me correct. So critters, let's start with the letter Q. That's a lot of notes.
Going to be a lot of them, is it?
Quail.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So,
what else you got there, Ranger Don?
did I mention quail?
Oh, yeah, good.
Well, that's all the time we have today, little radio rangers. Hope you learned something. I know I certainly did. And until next time, keep in mind, what doesn't kill you generally makes you stronger, except for bears and murder hornets. This is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Time now for water cooler talk with Mr. Dan Farris, and I see you got quite a stack of notes in front of you there.
This is, I very seldom try to make the news about me.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because it needs to be about things bigger than us. What's the collective good? What's going on in this town, man? What's really happening? What affects the general populace? The taxpayer, if you will. But on a personal note, because I just keep tripping over this whole thing, it has been now, well over a year since the bridge washed out over Skunk Creek at Dunham Park. No big deal. I kind of let it rest. It's like, well, there's roads to repair and there's things to do, and the city's got to keep the trains running on time, as it were. But then it comes to light the other day that the city somehow found the funds to not only manufacture but install not one, not two, but 3 concrete ping pong tables in our park system. Because apparently there was a huge outcry.
There's a shortage of those.
By who? I don't know. Who's going to use them? No clue.
I feel somewhat responsible. I did share a video of those.
But I'll guarantee you this, by October, they're all going to be spray painted with F-bombs covered from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Way to learn words.
So then I watch what's going on in our society, and it's like, well, if you get triggered, you should act on it, because if you're offended, you should act on it. And so this is what I propose to do. I'm going to start a Facebook page, an events page. I want to defund the Parks and Rec Department. That's where we're going with this.
Okay.
If they can't, spend their money like their money, our money. If you're a homeowner, you're an idiot, by the way.
Wait a minute. I'm a homeowner.
I am too. 3-time homeowner in Minnehaha County. And it just keeps getting better.
So you're a repeat offender.
So what we're going to do, we're going to defund the Sioux Falls Park and Rec Department until they learn how to behave themselves.
Okay.
And also, just to make it better so they know we mean business, over at McKinnon Park, there's this weird little statue dude at the southwest corner entrance.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're toppling that on Saturday.
Okay. The little farmer guy?
Yeah, whatever he is. We're just knocking him over.
Is he a potato farmer or something?
Shouldn't take long, man. He's only like 4 feet tall.
Yeah, he's a little guy.
So if you want to pitch in, you can private message me.
Okay. Wow.
At Dan's Life Matters.
Dan's like, oh, no.
/ Facebook, Twitter, Snapcrap, whatever all that stuff is. I've got it all going on. We're going virusy.
It's
viral, right.
So, no.
So, yeah.
Oh, well, Dan, you need to calm down a little bit.
It'll be a force to be reckoned with, I'll tell you what. I'm not kidding around this time. I take a day off and make a sign.
All right. Well, thank you for that report, Dan.
Yeah, sure.
Do you feel up to doing an entertainment news break as well?
Oh, yeah. That's what I do.
All right. That's on the way. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. Coming up next, we have our bright spot of news. Get a visit with Sue Salter with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. That's on the way.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour. Right now, it's time for the bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine and Sioux Falls. We have Sue Salter joining us right now to talk about a really cool event that's coming up for Make-A-Wish in Sioux Falls. How you doing, Sue?
Hey, good morning, John. I'm fantastic. You too?
Fantastic as well, and I'm excited to learn a little more about this event that's coming up on the 20th. Tell me a little bit about what's going to be coming up.
Yeah, so Make-A-Wish South Dakota creates life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. Every year we have a big event here in Sioux Falls that starts with a day of golf out at Minnehaha Country Club. We have about 100 folks registered to golf during the day. And then in the evening we have what's called an Evening of Inspiration, where we get to hear from Wish Kids and talk about all the fantastic things that are happening with wishes at our chapter. And this year, so this is our 20th annual, so we've been doing this for a long time, but this is the first time we've tried to do that Evening of Inspiration as a virtual event this year. We've shifted to that just to protect everyone involved and keep our Wish Kids safe. And
if people would like to join this virtually, do they go right to the site that I'm looking at right now?
They do, and we have an enhanced online auction that everybody can bid on, and we have absolutely something for everyone on that auction. And if you're looking at it now, John, you'll see there's everything from artwork that was created by Wish Kids to an electric bike for kids, to all kinds of premium auction packages that will be featured that night. Some of those include customized jewelry from the Diamond Room, just a beautiful piece. You'll have to check that out. Golfing trips to courses in Nebraska and South Dakota, some of the best golfing in the country and world for that matter. Sanford International PGA tickets. We also have some other auction packages that include a private meet and greet with Santa Claus and gift certificates to fabulous places across South Dakota, and so much more. Yeti coolers, you name it, it's on the auction.
That's really cool. And I'll throw a link to that on our Facebook page to make it really, really easy to find. And then when you get to the page, I see a couple of different things. There's a video that kind of explains a little bit, but then you'll click on the button that says auction to see all of the items that we were just talking about. So let's kind of explain what Make-A-Wish Foundation does for people who are unfamiliar with that. I know a lot of people hear the name all the time, but they maybe don't quite understand what you do. So let's explain what that is first.
Yeah, so like I said, Make-A-Wish South Dakota creates these life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses. We serve kids between the ages of 2.5 and 18 who have been diagnosed with a critical illness. And when a wish comes true, it creates hope and joy and transformation. And that's not just a slogan, that's real. Research has actually shown that children who have wishes granted can build the physical and emotional strength they need to fight a critical illness.
And if somebody would like to help adopt a wish or fund a wish or, give some money to help fund a wish, there's ways to do that on this website as well.
There are ways right there on that auction website. And, of course, you can always call our office. We would love to talk with you, especially if you're interested in adopting the heartfelt wish of a child. Call our office at 335-8000. And you can also look at our chapter's website, which is southdakota.wish.org.
Very nice. And we'll throw a link to that on our Facebook page, again, to make it really, really easy to find. Thank you guys for doing what you're doing to help these youngsters. I think that's just a great thing.
Oh, thank you so much, John. We appreciate all your support, and we sure hope everybody will tune in on Monday night, July 20th, to just get a great dose of inspiration and hear about how wishes are changing lives.
We're going to throw all the information on our Facebook page. Again, facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Your Bright Spot of News right now brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. And it's time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris.
The celebrities are fabulous, and sometimes they get together and have babies, and their babies are fabulous, and their parenting skills are better than yours and mine, because they'll share their parenting tips with you, and you may go, what? But then you realize that it makes perfect sense somehow, somewhere, possibly an alternate universe. Sure. What's going on? Dancing with the Stars, of course, I've been asked to perform on that, and I always turn them down because I'm busy. But after all these years, they're bouncing the hosts.
Oh.
Dancing with the Stars.
Really?
Yeah, Tom Bergeron, who I've always kind of liked. He's just kind of nifty and kind of sharp. Yeah, and it sounds like he was kind of surprised by it. Believe it or not, that competition, Dancing with the Stars on ABC, is headed for season 29.
What?
It's been around that long.
Okay, it's 2 seasons a year, I'll bet. Because it's probably 13.
I was going to say, that can't be. Okay.
14 years. Something.
Bergeron announced earlier this week, actually, quote, "It's been an incredible 15-year run for him and the most unexpected gift of his career. I'm grateful for that and for the lifelong friendships made. That said, now what am I supposed to do with all of these glitter masks?" I don't know, Tom. But not only is Bergeron out, but his most recent co-host, Aaron Andrews, is too. And there is nothing in here that says who are they being replaced with, but apparently a shakeup, and I don't know why. It's just that's all the news I have on that. So.
Wow.
Doodah.
Alrighty then.
Oh, and ABC, and I think I mentioned this last week, Thursday nights, season 2. Holy moly.
Oh, we got to see that, yeah.
It's really the only reason to even turn on the television.
I'm going to set my DVR for that. I was going to do it last week and I forgot, so thank you for reminding me.
Holy moly.
Tomorrow night, ABC TV.
It is epic.
All right. Coming up tonight on ABC TV, Will Sasso's new show comes out. I'm going to be talking with him on the program next week.
Oh, yeah, Will's
his new
pretty cool.
show launches tonight. So
there you go.
Sounds like it'll be fun. Well, Dan, thank you for that update, sir.
Sure thing.
Appreciate it a bunch. Dan Farris right there with our entertainment news of the day on the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing. and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, July 15th, 2020. Investors breathed a sigh of relief on Tuesday after the first big reports of the earnings season were released. Reports from the likes of JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citigroup were a mixed bag, but suggest two things are true about the economy. The first is the economic downturn did not have as big of an impact on earnings as expected. The second is the current consensus figures for full year 2020 are too low. Equities markets advanced on the news, although the action on Tuesday saw some volatility. The S&P 500 was up 1.35% by the end of the day, although gains were capped by big tech. The S&P 500 Technology Select Sector ETF advanced a smaller 0.5% due to weakness in the FANG names. The upshot is that both the ETF and FANG stocks made solid bounces from key support levels, so higher prices are still in the forecast. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.